This is Tony Soper, and today I'm talking with Felipe Ayora. Felipe, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been at Microsoft, and what do you do here?
Oh, it's almost 5 years, and I'm a technical writer in the Windows Server team. I write for Hyper-V and also for HPC.
And you just published something, the Getting to Know Guide, so tell us a little bit about it. What is it, and who should read it, and where would they find it?
Well, it's the Getting to Know Hyper-V guide. It was published for 2008, but I just finished updating it for R2. And it's a very interesting guide. It's the first time I write something like this. It's really intended for those that are testing the technology for the very first time. I'm hoping that people that have heard about Hyper-V and are curious and want just to give it a shot, see how it works, would find this guide and use it and follow it, because the way it's written actually has a lot of detail in it. Right? We don't tend to put that much detail, but I try to add as much detail as possible to make sure that folks really get a feeling of how good the technology is and all the wonderful things that it can do for them.
Excellent. So if you're a small business, or if you're just even a private developer, or maybe you're an IT guy but you haven't...
If you have a computer that can run Hyper-V, you should try it, because you might find that, for example, for me as a writer, it's fantastic. For documentation, it's a fantastic thing. I cannot live without snapshots anymore. This ability to revert to a previous state. So small business, medium business, even enterprise customers that might want to give it a shot and have a box, because you can be an advanced user and still follow the guide. It's not only getting to know the technology, how to install it, where to find the evaluation version of Windows Server 2008 R2. Everything is there, but also I have scenarios at the end where I show a couple of nifty things you can do with Hyper-V. So, I'm hoping that just turns on some bulbs for people and decide to start using that technology in a production environment.
Sounds great. Where do they find it?
Well, it's on the technical library. Right now we have a node for the Hyper-V role under Windows Server when you go to browse the different technologies, or you can do a search for it. The title is Getting to Know Hyper-V. So just do a search for that. There's a previous video we had done talking about my experience with Hyper-V. That's probably going to surface within the first results, but the guide should be there.
We'll just put the URL on that video and on this
That'd
video.
That'd be fantastic. So. And the other thing is there's a downloadable version of the guide too, a doc version, for those who prefer to print it out and take it with them, read it, or have it in front of them. So we have the web version and we have the doc version.
Great. Felipe, thanks for talking with us today.
You're welcome.